Every time you get back up, it's not because someone was there to help or because anyone cared. It's because deep down, you knew you couldn't stay down. You refused to. And that's the difference between you and them. They give up. They complain about fairness and wait for a handout. But you? You've been clawing your way out of the dirt your whole damn life. Remember the first time the world kicked you in the teeth? Of course you do. That humiliation, that anger, that suffocating feeling like you'd never be enough. But here you are, still breathing, still fighting. That's all the proof you need. They couldn't kill you. And that makes you dangerous. Stop grieving over the pieces you lost. Stop crying over who you could have been. The version of you that broke wasn't strong enough to survive. But what you're building now, that's unbreakable. That's the monster they'll fear. The one who rises when everyone else crumbles. Let's talk about fear for a second. Fear isn't your enemy. It's your compass. It's what kept you alive when no one else cared whether you lived or died. Fear whispers in your ear, warning you of danger, yet you run straight into it anyway. Why? Because you've learned that fire doesn't destroy you. It forges you. Look at these scars. Every one of them tells a story. Every one of them screams louder than the cowards who tried to take you down. They wanted to bury you, but you turned their dirt into armor. You wear their failures like a second skin. Let them talk. Let them try to tear you down. You'll just rise higher. Strength doesn't come from comfort or safety. It's born in the trenches, forged in sleepless nights and bloody knuckles. Strength is earned when you've stared into the abyss, and instead of running, you've smiled back. You're not some fragile soul begging for mercy. You're the storm they pray never comes. Ever notice how people love to preach kindness and forgiveness? They love telling you to be the bigger person. What a joke. These same people would sell you out for a handful of coins if it meant saving themselves. Forgive them if you must. But don't forget, and sure as hell, don't trust. You're a warrior, not a naive lamb waiting for slaughter. You've lost people, friends, family, those you thought would stand by you. It hurts like hell, but that pain is fuel. Every time someone turned their back, you grew stronger. You learned to rely on yourself, to stop waiting for saviors and become your own hero. Here's the truth. What doesn't kill you doesn't just make you stronger. It makes you smarter, colder, more dangerous. You've learned the value of standing alone, of fighting alone. The world doesn't owe you anything, and that's your edge. You don't beg for approval, you take what's yours and dare them to stop you. You're not broken, you're evolving. Every hit, every fall, every betrayal has been shaping you into something they can't even comprehend. You've got the kind of resilience that can't be taught, the kind of grit that scares people. They don't know what to do with someone like you, someone who refuses to stay down, someone who turns their worst days into a foundation that can't be shattered. Let them underestimate you. Let them talk. Let them laugh. They don't know what it took to get here. They don't know the nights you spent, alone with your thoughts, wondering if it was worth it. They don't know about the blood, sweat, and tears you buried deep inside so no one would see. But you know, and that's all that matters. You're a warrior, not because you win every battle, but because you keep fighting. Because every time life knocked you down, you got back up. You've taken everything they threw at you and turned it into a weapon. They tried to break you, but all they did was make you stronger. Now, you're unstoppable. Not because you're unscathed, but because you've learned that scars are just proof that you survived. You're not afraid of pain anymore. You're not afraid of failure. You've made peace with the darkness, and now it's your greatest ally. So keep going, keep fighting, keep proving them wrong. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. You're not just surviving, you're conquering. And one day, when they look at you with fear in their eyes, you'll know it was all worth it. Because what doesn't kill you doesn't just make you stronger. It makes you unstoppable. Peace. When was the last time you felt real peace? Not that fleeting moment of silence, but the kind that fills you up. Like you've finally found where you belong. You can't remember, can you? That's because peace doesn't exist for people like you and me. Peace is for the weak, those who never had to fight for their place. You were born in chaos, raised in struggle. Peace was never an option. But war? That's your element. That's your nature. You've learned to thrive in it, while they waste their lives chasing comfort and happiness. You've built an empire from the ashes of your pain, turned their rejection and hate into something unshakable. And now, they're scared of you. They'll never admit it, but you can see it in their eyes. When you walk into a room, it's not what you are now. They're scared of what you're becoming. Deep down, they know they can't stop it. And yeah, you've felt that fear too. That voice in your head telling you you're not good enough, that you'll fail. But here's the thing. That voice? It's a liar. It's the last remnants of the old you, the weak you, trying to hold on. Every time you keep moving forward, you kill a little more of it. You're not afraid of failure anymore. You've failed 1,000 times already. What's one more? Failure isn't the end. It's the beginning. You've got fire inside you, a relentless hunger that they'll never understand. It's what keeps you awake when the rest of the world sleeps. It's what drives you to push harder, go further, even when every muscle in your body screams at you to stop. That fire is your greatest weapon. And it's why you're still standing, while they're on their knees begging for someone to save them. You don't need saving. You never did. You're your own savior, your own strength, your own damn army. They'll call you cold, heartless, even ruthless. Let them. They don't understand that in a world designed to break you, survival requires ruthlessness. You don't owe anyone kindness, understanding, or approval. The only thing you owe is to yourself. Keep going. Keep fighting. No matter how hard it gets. And don't forget about the ones who left you. The ones who promised they'd stay, swore they had your back. Where are they now? Gone. Just like you always knew they would be. But here's the twist. Their absence taught you more than their presence ever could. It taught you that you don't need anyone. You're not dependent on their approval, love, or loyalty. You're free now. Freedom is strange, though. It's lonely, cold, but it's the most powerful thing you'll ever have. No one owns you. No one controls you. You answer to no one but yourself. And that scares them. It terrifies them. Because they can't use you. They can't manipulate you. They can't break you. You've been building yourself up for years, brick by brick, scar by scar. You've created a version of yourself that doesn't flinch or falter. But they don't see the nights you spent alone, the battles you fought in silence. They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears you poured into becoming who you are today. They think strength is about muscles or winning fights, but you know better. Real strength is endurance. It's about taking hit after hit and refusing to stay down. It's about getting up every damn time, no matter how many times you've been knocked down. Let them call you weak. Let them try to break you. They'll fail. Every attempt they make to tear you down only makes you stronger. Every insult, every trial, every failure is just more fuel for the fire. And that fire is burning brighter than ever. Now, you're unstoppable. Not because you're invincible, but because you've embraced the struggle, the pain, the darkness. And now, you've made it your ally. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. This is your time. Keep going. Keep fighting. Never stop. You're a warrior. You're a survivor. You're the fire they'll never extinguish. Go prove it.